Right. Peace, peace. Once again, Gina Lakonani, Chief Noble Bandele Elamine, and I'm here with Brother Olakwesu El Bey, and I'm here with Marlon Persons all once again, and we going to talk with Brother Olakwesu about some of his future plans. So, go ahead, my brother Marlo.
All right. Brother, how did the election go for you?
The race for governor went real well, a lot better than I expected. We didn't get, well, they say we didn't get enough votes to topple Ed Fitzgerald, but we know for a fact that Fitzgerald violated Senate Bill 205, where he used state funding to send out absentee ballots, which is a violation of Secretary of State law. And this law been in effect for the last 20 years. And,
Wow.
And the Fitzgerald campaign knew that they were up against opposition, because there's never been a black governor in Ohio in 211 years. And we expected some kind of fraud, scandal, or conspiracy to keep black people in Ohio oppressed, suppressed, and depressed.
Yeah, we're used to that. It's been going on for many years. So let me ask you this, brother. How many votes did you end up getting?
We are right now at 21.1% of Ohio's vote, which would roughly turn out to be 100,500 votes, or maybe a little more.
So you got 105,000 votes in your first time running.
Correct.
Oh man, you did real well. You did real well. You did good, brother. That's great. Well, I got a question. So what's your next move? Where do you plan on going from here?
This is the springboard that's needed to run for president for the United States of America.
President of the United States. So you'll be running against Hillary Clinton.
Correct. As the Democratic nominee.
Democratic nominee. Okay. Well, let me ask you this then. Where do you plan to start your campaign at?
I've been prompted to start this campaign in Memphis, Tennessee.
In the South?
In the South.
Okay. Now, I got in mind why, but can you tell the people why?
The plight of black people started in the South, and in my opinion, it's going to end in the South. We still have black people in Texas, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, who are still oppressed, who still believe that slavery has not ended. There's black people in Florida who have been reported, I haven't seen it for myself, has been reported they are still in chains and in shackles in some rural parts of Florida. And I don't see any help coming from any legislation, the current president, the Department of Justice, or the current governor of Florida, Jeb Bush.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. Say the presidency goes well and you get elected. What do you plan on doing for us, for our people, and to bring about peace throughout this great land again?
Well, first of all, we have to enforce the 1866 Civil Rights Act that came after Lincoln ended some parts of slavery in 1862. We have to enforce the judicial branch of the law. I want to issue arrest warrants for several state officials throughout Georgia, Florida, and Texas for conspiracy to deprive black people's civil rights. I'm going to do what Obama could have done and what Eric Holder should have done. These state officials are in violation of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution for illegal search and seizure, false arrest, malicious prosecution, and the use of excessive force.
That goes all around this great country of ours, where basically we don't get no peace. It goes back to that, what did you say that is? DWB, driving while black. So they always pull you over for that one right there, off rip when they see you, you know. I've been subjected to that many times myself, but let me ask you this question here. What do you plan on doing for the youth in this country, like the Trayvon Martins, man? What can we do to stop that, and what's coming behind it? Because I sense something else is coming behind that. I think they up to something bigger. Is there something coming behind that? Is that just the beginning or something they trying to do to us, or was that going to be a one-time thing and that's going to stop? Was that going to continue to happen?
Well, it's not a one-time thing. What happened to Trayvon Martin and Jordan Russell has been happening. These two cases just signify that they've been exposed. The Trayvon Martin case shows a pattern of practice. The Jordan Russell case shows racial discrimination and the true hatred still dwell within the fabric of America and white society. The Lincoln campaign, the Kennedy campaign, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, several great civil rights leaders that we've heard about, that we had a chance to witness on video. I will pick up the work of Dr. Martin Luther King. Me and Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, we are 11 days apart. I'm going to Memphis, Tennessee at his murder site and kick the campaign off there. Then I'm going to Mississippi, my hometown, and start a campaign at the Medgar Evers murder. Then we going down to New York, where Malcolm X was murdered at. We finna get people up. We finna get people ready. Like I said, any official known to have violated poor people, black citizens, constitutional rights under the 14th Amendment, we will issue warrants for these people finally. We won't wait till they're 77 or 87 years old to bring criminal charges for murder and attempted murder. They'll be tried and held now under 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242, 42 U.S.C. A 140, 141, which is a pattern of practice of conduct that the Department of Justice and the FBI have jurisdiction to go into any state and county and eradicate the law there.
Well, brother, let me ask you this. You throw these UCC codes out and these state and these federal law codes out pretty well. Do you sometimes seem fearful of your life doing all what you're trying to do for our people, knowing that the people that stands up for us and try to fight for us, they somehow end up dead?
Well, we all gonna leave this planet one day. It's not when you go. To me, it's how you go. Martin Luther King fought to the end. He died in what, 1960? 68. I was born in 1963. I was seen killed by 10 Dayton County police officers March 14, 1990. The only difference between me and Martin Luther King, I came back from my involuntary death after I was asphyxiated by the Dayton and County police, like I stated. And now I'm ready to take the fight to the fight.
Wow.
And most black people still wondering how and why are we still being treated and tormented like we are. We have a lot of black officials who have sold us out. We got a lot of black politicians have sold us out. This is a political campaign that has to be unseated finally in 2014, some 147 years after the official ending of slavery.
Right. I'm going to go back to what you just said. Why you said a lot of black people are wondering why are we still being treated the way we're being treated by the Caucasoid race. It's almost like they're in fear of us for some type of reason. And what could that be? Why would they hate us and be in fear of us so much? Like they scared for us to unite and come together for what? Well, we don't want to overtake them. We just want our rightful place here on this land, this great land, which is ours. So we was here first.
Well, they understand that America is not per se a well-grounded state. It's not a well-grounded country as the other foreign countries like Asia, England, and Europe, and Spain, and China. America is roughly 247, 48 years old. The white folks that run this country still haven't found the key to peace. They took this country by force, and they knew one day that the offspring of the slaves would rise.
Right.
And what we're dealing with now is the elimination by process. We are 265,000 degrees off the Earth axis. God is moving the planet in such a way where the black takeover is imminent, and it cannot be stopped. No matter what they bring, no matter what kind of force they bring. We are headed towards the apocalypse now. It was the mindset. It was the atmosphere. It was everything. It was the perfect storm that that the youth are understanding now. The target is to stop the black male from 13 to 26.
Right.
By 2020, the black male will dominate the planet.
Right.
The Jewish scholars and the Jewish leaders have eliminated the 1866 Civil Rights Act, which is the 1871 KKK Act. They said 2013 produced the most black children in U.S. history, and they began to eliminate the Civil Rights Act that protected black people from the KKK, and now they fear now if the black male is not stopped now by 2020, this group that I just described will cause major problems in the United States and for the Foreign Trade Act.
Okay. All right, but let me ask you this, man. I always seem to sit back and wonder this here. Do you think they will just ever, the Caucasian people would just ever just wake up with peace and harmony in their life and just stop doing everything they're doing through these court systems, these polices, these different government entities, and they would just say, okay, we're gonna bring peace about this land, and we're gonna do what we're supposed to do right by the world. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that'll ever happen?
I don't see it happening right now because all the Caucasians and white people who wanted peace, they were eliminated. They destroyed the entire Kennedy. They destroyed the white civil rights movements. They got rid of these type of whites who wanted racial equality and equal justice, which this country was founded under. And I believe now, at the stage we're in now, that the black, colored, African American race must move forward by all means necessary to preserve life as God intended it to be preserved.
Exactly.
All right. Well, time has come again, so appreciate all the knowledge and wisdom that you've bestowed. And until next time.
Let me get my email.
Oh yeah, you bust out the email, my brother.
Okay, my email is OLAKWESUELBEY. My phone numbers are 937-271-1761, 937-204-4259. Now, this campaign against Clinton is Larry Ealy versus Hillary Rodham Clinton. That's who I will be challenging for the 2016 primary race. And I do appreciate everybody who came out and voted, supported, and got me where I need God intended me to be.
Amen.
And like I said, this fight started in the South and it's going to end in the South.
Amen.
And we going to free those blacks who are still oppressed, because we will be oppressed everywhere else if we don't do what we need to do there.
Teach.
Thank you very much.
All right.